There was a time when all I'd have to do was close my eyes, and there they were, flashes of a suited figure plunging from some towering skyscraper, trapped in a world of black and white like an old stop-motion film. The time never seemed to stop, not even for a quick breather. It felt like the entire universe conspired to hold the cold barrel of a gun against the back of your neck. It bred naturally born runners, unwilling to lose a day, even at the risk of wasting an entire lifetime. And what we called color were in fact red flashes that shone when the mind snaps, the kind that neither of us knew what to do with or about. I hurled mine right back at the world, threw it out there and said, "Here, it's your problem now." Not much thought went into it, so it wasn't all that surprising when it didn't work. There was a time when cold midnight sounds resonated with the deepest corners of my psyche, causing my mind to drift and float, suspended between the moon and the flea-infested ground. Time could go on indefinitely. When the boundaries of human existence became painfully apparent, when I was confused, when I lost myself, my vision was so clouded that I became a stranger to myself. And in order to even glimpse a semblance of a soul again, I had to rebuild everything from the ground up, without being able to remember who I might have been before the darkness took its hold. Most of the world's wingmakers had to forge their own, because the ones they arrived with were already broken. Unbreakable wings cannot be paid for in coin. They're painstakingly handcrafted and forged in hellfire, without asking the devil for permission. It's something that nobody else can take, and it turns an individual into an ungovernable force, a manifestation that can express itself with both the grace and fury of electric fire. Mighty forces make for some fun and wild times. Do you really want to know? Stop running from the storms. Turn around and wait for lightning. See how it reverses the pitch-black sky like a dragon made of light, occasionally landing, just to make sure that the surface still exists. Visible from orbit while singing songs that move the ground. It accepts the natural order of things, and is unapologetically absurd. See? The absurd again. The boundless potential to flip everything into a living, breathing meme, creating a collective comedy show, the collective psychosis New Year special. I bet those orchestrating the Sims are getting a kick out of this, having the time of their lives, while we're all having the time of our lives, at our own expense, and that's all the time we get. You're free to relinquish it at any moment, but you can't claim more of it. Was it all assigned? Did you have a say in the matter? Do we need to wait for the bloopers at the end of time in order to find out? Fuck. Man, nobody knows. How could they? Nobody knows anything. Usually, they're either confused or full of shit, and I have yet to encounter a third option. It eludes me like an undiscovered state of matter. Maybe I just wasn't alive for long enough. Most likely, we will all do like the fitness animals we are, and grapple with the unknowable. I might keep dreaming about robotic insects building the pyramids, just to keep my mind occupied. Doubt I'll be dreaming of resurrecting the dead on planet Jupiter, or attempting to live through the end of my world again. In fact, I know I won't. I'm already over it, because time does that to people. Once upon a time, my inner space resembled a pitch-black chamber. Light could only penetrate so far, revealing the bars and the silhouette of the dark passengers' claws gripping them when others drew near. It sure looked like a prison to me. But, as we should very well know by now, life has a funny way of turning the screws, and in the crucible of it all, the moldy walls, stale air and everything else in that haunted hellhole transformed into an entire alien world, brought to life by an unrelenting creative spirit that rose up from in between the realms of the living and the dead, ever present on the painful razor's edge of existence, never fully belonging to either side. The spirit I so foolishly called my dark passenger lived and died countless times in there, enough to learn a few things, like the necessity of self-immolation and the path to a life stripped of regret. You see, when you've stared into the abyss for long enough, you begin to understand why the only way out is to become that which burns. The hotter, the brighter, the better. You do want out, right? I mean, really want out. Did you try burning away the bullshit you covered yourself in? Go shed your skin and come back when you're dead, but at least unrecognizable. Then, and only then, can we truly enjoy our time here, and embrace the absurdity of it all. Damn forces sure do make for some fun and wild times. But you already know the outcome. This is just a time lapse.